Well, hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land? I decided to start a little bit early because my generators run a little on fuel, and I wanted to do something as part of the live stream today. Uh, the other day, I received the part from one of my good friends here on the channel, and was able to connect my generator up to the house the 30 amp shoreline cable where I connect the boat, and I can't speak this evening. Hey guys, hey Paul, hey Aubrey. Anyhow, I've been powering the boat all day off of the generator, so it's working perfectly, it functioned perfectly, and I wanted to show you the app. This is the app that I have on the phone. Oh, of course, there it disappeared. Showing the generator controls. Generator's been going almost all day. Here I can control the speed of the generator by telling it to go into a power save mode, and you can probably hear that when it drops down in the power save mode it gets a lot quieter. Hard to do this backwards. Or I can simply go here and I can shut down the generator. Am I holding the right button? Engine stop. Yes, engine stop. Yes, engine stop. Press and hold. Yes, engine stop. Come on. Press and hold. Yes. Of course, now it's not going to work, right? There it goes. There it goes. And the generator is now off. And we lost all communications as a result of that. Now I still hear something powered, and I think what I hear is my refrigeration still going. I don't know. I have to go investigate this. I don't know why I still hear it powered. It should be off because now the power's off. Sounds like I got a pump or something going. Then again, it may not be anything to do with me at all. Ah, there it is. Had the water pump going. Sorry about that. I didn't realize somewhere along the way my foot had tripped the switch for the water pump. So it's been pressurizing water all this time. Sorry about that. So if I missed something here in the chat, please, well, I forgot something else. Darn it. Hold on a minute. Jeez. I'm getting off to a bad start. I'm just so excited today. That's the problem. I'm really excited about stuff today. All right. Now we're back. I'm sorry. I've just been so excited about stuff today. I'm all discombobulated. Okay. Hey, Austin. Hey, Austin. Hello, Kim. Steve, Mark, how you doing? Steve's vids. Hey, the critter window. Your stream is bad today. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey there, good evening. Hugs from Brazil. There you go. Nice. Gale warnings on the lake this evening. Yes, it is. It's a beautiful evening now. Yes, it settled down. They actually had real bad wind warnings, but all of that just like settled down here in the last hour or so. You're a big inspiration to me and a lot of people. I was going to drive up and see you this weekend, but I need to finish welding on a boat. Hey, Joe, that's all right, man. I appreciate it. Hey, Andy. Hello, Charles. How you doing? Yeah, riveting. I haven't even gotten started, so don't be critiquing me yet. Guys, I want you to see something. You notice the grayish stuff on the bottle. You see this? This stuff here that wipes off? That's called frost. You have frost on really cold beer. Warm beer does not frost. I've tried. Warm beer does not frost at all. You only get frost when you have ice cold beer. The refrigeration worked perfectly. Got the electric going this morning. Went in to open up the box, turned the dial up to cold. It kicked on. It's been running perfectly all day long. Everything in the refrigeration is nice and cold. And I haven't had to do anything with it at all. It's been on the heart for 4 years without working. What are the odds that I could just turn it on and it works just fine? Didn't need any Freon, didn't need anything. So, hey Grandpa and all my new Carl Brook friends. Well, hey, Charlene, how you doing? How long you got to be in that marina? I don't have to be in this marina at any time. Chillin'. Yes, man. So, cheers to everybody. I'm drinking an ice cold beer. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, cold beer is where it's at, man. Cold beer is where it's at. Plus, I got all my refrigeration, all my food items and stuff down in the cooler. Everything's nice, neat, and organized. Actually, guys, there's a ton of room in that refrigerator. I was really surprised at how much I fit in there. Just a ton of room. So, one more house system here on the boat working perfectly. Just amazing. So, hey, Smokin'. Peace Don, you have been working hard. How are you holding up stamina-wise? I'm holding up fine, Peaceful Don. I'm holding up fine today. I worked on the, well, I didn't do much work on the refrigeration, but I got the cords run and the electric plugged in, the generator fueled up, got it fired up. Now, I fired up the generator at about 8:30 this morning. On a gallon of fuel. I just now shut it off here during the live stream at what is it now, 6:30 at night. So it ran like 12 hours and it's still showing some fuel on there. It says it has 2 more hours to go, and it's been running at full tilt. I haven't had it on the slow mode, you know, the low circuit mode, because I wanted to make sure that my compressor for my refrigeration got full juice all day long. So that's kind of what I've been working on, and it has worked beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. So, before you leave, I'd like to come see you. Well, come on up, Joe. How big is the fridge? Oh, about 2 feet by 2 feet by 2.5 feet. It's, you know, it's a pit. It's a door on the countertop that you open up, and it's all down below. So all the cold air stays down below. It's a very efficient design in that regard. You got to kind of move stuff around to reach things. All these beers were on the very bottom because they're heavy. I don't want, you know, putting beers on top of vegetables and eggs and stuff. So, but yeah, it just really really works out very well that way. And I mean, you know, I moved what I thought was a reasonable amount of stuff in there, and it's still just a big deep cavity in there. I wanted to get it loaded, figuring the more stuff it had in it, the more efficiently it would hold the chill and stay cold. But I wasn't able to really fill it up with as much stuff as I'd like. So I guess I have to go grocery shopping and, you know, get some stuff to stick down in there. I got about half a case of water bottles, so I'm going to stick those in there as well. I didn't buy them, but there they are. So Joe wants to know, when am I leaving? I don't know the answer to that, Joe. How long did it take to cool down? It was cool inside the box within an hour. I had put some seltzer water in there, and they were getting cold within an hour. You sober up yet? Yeah, I'm perfectly sober. In fact, I'm having my first beer this evening right now because it's ice cold. The thing is, Joe, is that I talked with Worst Marine, and I have to order my ladder by Monday, afternoon, like by Monday by 5. If I order it by Monday by 5, they're telling me they'll have it here by Thursday. Now, I already have some other items being shipped to me in the mail that aren't going to get here till Monday or Tuesday. And with the wind blowing the way it was today, we couldn't even think about sticking the mast on. It was just way too windy. I mean, it was really blowing through here today. Although, right now, it's really calming down nicely. So, congratulations on the fridge. Thank you. We're having 56-mile-an-hour winds here, northeast Lake Ontario. What weather like there, Carl? Yeah, that's what we were having earlier. It was really blowing earlier, but now, just like within the last hour, it stopped blowing. So, beer, I'm running a Friday Youngling myself. There you go. Baskets work well in the fresh when it's like a ice chest. Cool, I'll have to get some of those. Is your fridge running now via house battery? No. No, my fridge is only a 110-volt fridge. It only works while the generator is powered. And so, no, it does not work when the power's off. But I do think I can run my generator like an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening and probably keep the refrigerator cool. At least that's my goal. And so I'm going to work on that and see if I can get that to work okay. And guys, I'm sorry if I'm not looking right at the camera, which is there. I'm looking at the screen and looking at myself to check how things are. So it kind of looks like I'm looking away from you. It's not my intention. It's just because I'm using a larger screen than I usually use, because I'm using my iPad today to film the live stream. So anyhow, going back to what I'm going to be here. So I'm waiting for some stuff to be delivered. Better catch it. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I'm waiting, and then I'm going to order the ladder and wait for that. So, and then I still have a ton of work to do on the boat. My hair still looks like a disaster. The wind was blowing it all over the place earlier today. There, I look sexy now. When we get the mast put on, I'm going to have to run the lines, aft, so I've got to have to drill holes in the coach roof and work on that. I still haven't built the composting head. I got to build on that and clean the lens. There, the lens is clean. Can't make me look any better. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen with cleaning the lens. And then if the ladder gets here, I'm going to have to install it. So I think I'm going to be here probably a week to 10 days, something like that right now. There's really no big hurry for me. I can't enter the Erie Canal until the 18th. So I have some time to get all these things done before I really head out. So, video's really bad today. Well, I'm sorry, Akula, huh? Yeah, the cabin hold the boom up only when its sail is down. You have the cable to hold the boom up only when the sail is down. Yes, I believe I do. Or do you leave it on all the time? Oh, I leave it on all the time. It's not the lens, it's the potato he is filming with. Really, this guy's, it looks bad. It looks great on my end. Because I'm using my iPad, which supposedly has a better camera than my iPhone. And you're saying the video is really bad, huh? Stream is not as clear as your iPad than on your phone. Well, I'm sorry, guys. Not the lens, it's pixelated. Pixelated. He's talking about the topping lift. Yes, I figured that. I'm in Detroit for the weekend. We had storms and high winds earlier today. All is calm now. Yeah, everything just calmed down here like in the last hour. Picture's not that bad on my end. Not bad. All right, well, I'm sorry. I guess I could stop this and restart it with my cell phone, but I wonder if we could do something in the settings to improve the quality. Let me play with some buttons here. And, oh, we got all kinds of weird option shit. We don't want any of that. Okay, go back to normal. Sponsor and super chat messages. All messages hide. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Huh. Kind of blurry. It's all good. No worries. Just for next time. Okay. I think it's due to the internet, but it's workable. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It looks great on my end, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So anyhow, so today I worked on the refrigeration, what little work that was, and I got that done. I did a lot of sorting, organizing, and purging today. I really made a huge dent trying to get into the head area so I can start working on building the composting head. The problem I have in the head area is that's where all the sails are stored at the moment. So I've got this huge mountain of sail bags right there in my way. So I got to get the mast up, and then I will get the sails bag. All the rigging stuff will be out of here. The sails will be out of here. The sail bag itself will be out of here. You know, the sail cover that goes up on the boom. And then I'll pick up a whole lot of acreage inside the boat to start doing stuff. But I got a lot cleaned off on the counter today. So, I mean, so I could get to the refrigeration and all that. I got a lot of that stuff organized. I got another locker cleaned out and done. So our composting head's legal. Yes, Doc, composting heads are legal. The only legal requirement is that you're not allowed to throw stuff into the water. That's all. As long as I don't throw it into the lake, it's fine. I can just poop on the floor of my boat if I wanted to. As long as I don't shovel it into the lake, they don't really care. So yeah, my little composting head will be fine here on Lake Erie. Of course, the DNR people and stuff aren't going to be real happy with me anyway, though, because I'm taking advantage of the vessel in transit laws. So I am not going to have to pay for Ohio title and registration. I'm going to take the notarized signed title that I got from the seller, and which shows all the proper boat remuneration and stuff on the boat now. And I'm just going to head to Florida just on that. I'm not going to register or title the boat at all until I get down to Florida. And it's called Vessel in Transit. Ohio allows me 45 days from the time I buy the boat until such time as I have to do the registration. And by that time, I'll be out of Ohio. New York, same thing. You have 45 days to register the boat. Well, by the time that's over, I'll be out of New York. And so on and so forth as I make my way down to Florida. Down in Florida is a lot cheaper because I'll be able to register this as an antique boat. So you are not allowed to toss stuff in the water 3 miles from shore. Well, I have no intention of throwing anything in the lake anyway, so lots of space under beds, 4 1/4. Yes, there is lots of space. I'm making use of trying to dig stuff out of them right now, but you can empty your black water about 3 miles out. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Insurance. No, Steve, I'm not carrying any insurance on the boat at this time. The only necessity I would have for insurance would be if I'm going into a marina and I need some liability coverage. But I'm not anticipating going into too many marinas that are going to require liability coverage. And, you know, certainly it's not to protect my boat, but to protect the other boats that my old ugly scow might run into. So, no, I'm really not going to worry about that until I need to worry about that. There's no point in me insuring a $2,000 boat for myself. I'm only going to worry about getting some liability if I'm required by certain marinas. I know you're thinking of titling the boat in Florida and not in Ohio, but you might want to check that because if I remember right, there's an environmental impact fee you have to pay the state of Florida. Well, Biker Coyote, I'll have to check into that. So far, the research that I've had has shown that it's much better for me just to title it in Florida. And right now, my only legal address is in Florida. So I'm going to have to go with that. Hey, Kim Banks. Florida charges a $500 to $800 environmental impact to bring a vehicle from another state into their state. I had to pay $500 on a motorcycle. I'm sure they do it on boats as well. Well, I will have to look into that, Biker Coyote. Thanks for making a note of that. Thanks for reminding me of that. Your boat would not survive a bump from any steel sloop. Actually, you know, I'm not gonna agree with that. These old 1974 cows are built like brick shed houses, man. So yeah, I'm not gonna necessarily agree with that. This is a tough boat right now. Let's see, Florida environmental. Making a note to myself. I actually have notes of things to talk about today, so. And we're going to get to all those here in just a moment. Florida did away years ago. Okay. Cows are thick. Yes, they are. What's the draft on your boat? Oh, it's a little bit from the left, Joe. A little drafty from the left. No, it's 5 feet. You're a Florida man. I am now. I have a P.O. box in Florida. That's the closest thing that I have to an address right now. Is a paid post office box in Florida. So anyhow, let me go ahead and jump into some of my topics I want to talk about today, guys. For a long time, I've been talking about buying a boat for a long time. And I've made some attempts and some failures and attempts and some failures, and we've changed direction a time or two, and we've worked through all that stuff. The thing is that I kind of persevered, and I lowered my expectations. I lowered my needs, what I thought I had to have. Reality has showed me that I didn't need to have those things. Last night, after the live stream, I had an extremely pleasant evening just sitting out here in the cockpit, enjoying, the quiet, with the freight train going by, but enjoying the quiet and watching the water on the ripples and stuff like that. And, you don't have to be a wealthy person to do what I'm doing. I paid $2,000 for this boat. It floats. There's no leaks on the bottom, so my bilge is still dry. I have one port light that leaks. I have an old Ferryman diesel. It's only got 70 hours. It purrs like a kitten. The refrigeration works. The water pump systems work. The only thing it's missing, by modern standards, is a working head. And I could go ahead and put one in should I choose to. Now my standing rigging and running rigging is all in great shape. So for maybe a total of $3,000 complete, matter of $3,000 complete, I am living the cruising lifestyle. So my thoughts to myself lately is, I really like it when a plan comes together. All these negative buttheads on here that said, oh, he's delusional, this is never going to happen. Well, you know what? I'm on my boat enjoying the cruising lifestyle today. I'm not waiting for another year or a 5-year plan or what have you. I'm living on my boat and enjoying the cruising lifestyle today. I'm only on the Great Lakes right now, but I'm going to be heading down the Erie Canal pretty soon, and then out into the Salt, and then down in the tropics. So it's happening. It's coming together. It's all working. Like I said, I love it when a plan comes together, because my plan has come together. So you have to watch ICW with a 5-foot draft. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be too much in the ICW, but 5-foot draft's not much, Joe. I've seen a lot of boats in the ICW with 6. Just replaced the original battery on my 2009 HD. I can't complain about the 9-year life. There you go. You overpaid. Yeah, I don't think so. On the composting issue, how do you empty the contents and where? 12 degrees, what I'm using is a plastic bucket lined with a plastic bag. And multiple plastic bags, and so when it's time, I'll just pull up the plastic bag, tie it off, and drop it in a garbage can. Easy peasy. It's been a fun journey so far with lots of twists and turns. Yes, Gary, it certainly has, but I guess that's what makes life interesting, isn't it? The composting is broken up liquids and solids. Yeah. We're getting too old to wait. Well, we're getting there, Doc. We're getting there. 12 degrees liquids can be dumped in a toilet or pumped out the station. Yes. You made it. Cheers. There you go, Smoking. I did make it. Can't wait to see the Erie Canal. Wow. Well, Philip, you're going to see that soon. And yes, guys, cheers. Cheers. Cold beer, guys. Cold beer. Ice cold beer night. My refrigerator works. And not only does my refrigerator work, but I've got an ice maker coming. And not only do I have an ice maker coming, I understand now I've got a mixer coming as well. So this time next week, maybe we'll have some margaritas or something. So I'm going to have to get some lime juice and some triple sack and make the makings for a proper margarita now. So Grandpa has a litter box. Pretty much it, yeah. Can you explain the lighting requirements for your particular vessel? The lighting requirements? You mean the navigational lighting or the house lighting? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Your boat is going to be overloaded. Oh, my boat is very definitely overloaded. It's overloaded now. There's no doubt about it. Nice thing about the one nice thing about monohulls is you can overload them with relative security. Unlike catamarans, you really got to work on the balance of some of the lighter, older cats. Newer ones, not so much, but yes, I'm overloaded. And I'm still purging stuff and getting rid of stuff. My navigational lighting requirements. Okay, well, I have a 360-degree white light that goes up on the mast, green and red lights out on the bow. I have 2 lights that mount up underneath the spreaders on my mast that give me some lighting down here. And there's a light on the stern. So that's my basic navigational lighting. What type of electric charts are you using on your iPad or cell? Navionics. Slipstream. I just decided just to go with straight up with Navionics. I downloaded some of the free stuff, and I looked at all that, and it's great. It really is. It's fine stuff. But I already had sort of an account with Navionics, and I just have used it before, and I've got a comfort level with it. So I decided just to stick with a Navionics subscription to work with my iPad and my cell phone. They're both going to work off the same account, so that works good. So it takes about 850 pounds to drop 229 cal 1 inch. No, I don't agree with that. I don't think I have that much weight on the boat, and I've certainly dropped it more than an inch. So you can get all the NOAA charts. Yeah, I can get the NOAA charts for free. Yep, absolutely. That's the specs. Huh. Well, that may be the specs, but I don't buy it, because at this point I'm down to the boot stripe. And, well, I mean, I've picked up and carried everything and put it on the boat. I would say totally I have maybe 1,200 pounds worth of stuff on the boat, not much more than that. And I definitely sank it a couple inches, so. I've run the ICW many times with 6-foot draft. If you don't run aground, you haven't been there. Oh, there you go, Gary. That's right. That's right. Yep, you just got to stay in the middle. When those big boats come over and want you to get out of the way, you just thumb your nose at them and stay in the middle. What's the price range for an AIS system? Oh, gosh, Palm Limit, they're all over the place. And it depends on whether you're just getting an AIS transmitter or a transmitter receiver. There's a lot of options in regards to that, and all of those are outside of my price range right now. So I'm not even going to worry about AIS, especially since I'm going to be up here in the fresh water for probably 60 days or so. So maybe when I get down to the salt, I might worry about getting an AIS system. I have 2,000 pounds of lead in my bow. Wow. Well, I think I've got 4,000 leads in my keel. 4,000 pounds of lead in my keel. The boat's total weight's 8,000 pounds, I believe. I believe those are the numbers. So, okay, next subject matter I wanted to touch base with everybody. I had a conversation with someone today, and they reminded me of where I was at 6 months ago. And what a difference 6 months makes in someone's life. And so I want you to think about this, and especially if you know somebody who is depressed or has problems like I did, people who are suicidal or what have you, like I was, and just let them know, use this as a story, if you will. Use this as an example, maybe, I'm hoping. Look at the difference. 6 months ago, I was living by myself in a tiny little cabin all alone with me and my dog up there in Alaska. Not really enjoying life, or, my wife had just left me, had gone through a divorce. Everything was just really nasty, Here I am 6 months later. And I'm enjoying now the cruising lifestyle. I'm on my own boat. I'm completely independent. Everything on the boat functions and works. I'm really kind of shocked at how well this boat's come together. But, if you know somebody that's had problems or had issues, and, wants to end their life, you just got to remind them that, the bad times that they're having right now can and will most definitely change, and to have a little perseverance, to have some confidence that things are going to turn around for them, because it certainly did for me. I mean, I went polar opposites. One moment I'm, taking a gun and walking out in the woods thinking I'm going to put it to my temple. And, now here I am kicking back and enjoying a beautiful evening last night, sitting on my own yacht up here on Lake Erie. It may not be a fancy boat, but it's my own yacht. It's my boat. It's my boat. And, I'm completely self-sufficient, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here, and absolutely thrilled, So it's very humbling for me to think back on that. Not depressing for me now. I mean, right now I kind of feel invigorated by that. I kind of feel motivated by that. I feel, well, it makes me feel good to see how I was able to, to pick myself up and to get back on my feet. And, that's what it is all about life. It's not getting knocked down. You're going to get knocked down. Everybody's going to get knocked down. What really is an example of true character is your ability to stand back up again. And as some of you guys know, that I had some folks that signed up to do sailing with Grandpa, to go sailing with me when I got down to Florida. When I sort of took the deviation and spent some time in Ohio, a lot of those folks were upset with me, rightfully so. They didn't understand, really where I was coming from. So far, all but one of those individuals has agreed to, hold off and wait to get refunded. But I'm happy to say that today I made the first payment to that guy, the one guy that really wants his payment now. I made the first payment to him. And, it feels good to start, finishing down the road of getting all paid. When I was up in Alaska, I walked away from the property up in Alaska. But I did so because it enabled me to clear my name and clear all my debts and be able to walk away from there scot-free, without any obligations ahead of me. And so, by the same token, by giving that guy, I didn't pay him off, but I gave him a payment, something to show good faith. And so I'm hoping, that people understand that, you have these twists and turns in life. But when you've got those dark moments, you can persevere through them and pick yourself up and dust yourself off and take, grit your teeth and take the hard line and, just do what you have to do. And so I'm sharing my story, so in the hopes that maybe if you guys know somebody, you can share that story with them and say, hey, look, this guy was, he was going to grab a gun and go out in the woods. Literally, I did grab a gun, loaded up, and I went out in the woods, sat on a stump. I sat there for a moment, and then I took the gun and I shot a tree next to me instead of shooting myself. It was that close. So if you know somebody that's depressed and has those kind of thoughts, please use this as an example. I'd be happy to talk to them, give them my phone number, my contact information. I'll be happy to talk to people. And I'm trying to share this very real aspect of my life in the hopes that it might help some other people down the road. So anyhow, I wanted to share that with you guys this evening. I know that's kind of hot and heavy kind of stuff for us to talk about, but it's one of the things I've been thinking about, and I was reminded by one of my viewers, and so I just wanted to bring that up. So sorry to bum all you guys out now. And let's get back to the good stuff and see where we're at today. So, all right, see, my boat's total weight, 22,000 pounds. We are losing a lot of classic plastic from people buying these boats cheap and chainsaw them for lead. Yeah, that's true. Just keep being you. Well, thanks, Smokin'. Thanks again for being you. Well, thanks, Smokin'. I appreciate it. Absolutely, big man. A credit to your perseverance and character. Well, thanks, 12 Degrees. I like to think the community picks you up and you pick us up. Well, Palm Limit, absolutely. I don't think I could have done it without the love and support of the people here on YouTube that have been cheering me on. Those people that stood by me through the worst of it. I couldn't have done it without them. And so I'm very much indebted to you guys and very much appreciative of everything that you guys have done. So I'm just saying we're all here because we know you and your channel, but your current videos quality won't attract new viewers. Yeah, I know, Martin. I know. Let me get the boat up and running, and then I'll start making some good videos again, okay? I was a yacht captain on the East Coast. Yachties care about the image but cruisers care about the experience. Yes, very much so, Gary. And I am a cruiser. I'm not a yachty. Well said, Carl. Thank you. What the hell is that keeps looking through the window? I just saw a cat. You're bad. Pokemon, there you go. It's a sticker on the window, I think. Yep. Good job, Carl. Thanks, Gary. I agree with Steve. Well put, well said. Thank you. I'm here by accident. Well, Zoom, there you go. You're here by accident, but you're here. And that's what matters. So, and guys, I've got a perfectly shout out, please. Yeah, guys, go ahead. Shout outs. Anybody? Hey, Frank Daniels, how you doing? I'm doing great, man. Yeah, anybody here that's got a YouTube channel, go ahead and give yourself a plug so that other people know and can go over and subscribe to you. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to take a brief second and I'm going to go reach into my ice cold fridge and get myself an ice cold beer. So I'll be right back. Yep, dog. Nerd. Go ahead and do it. Oh, yeah. Good and cold. Good and cold in there. Where's my beer opener? There it is. Okay, move, dog. No, don't, get down. Get down. Get down. She's trying to jump up on the seat. Miss Lily was trying to jump up into my seat. You guys want to see Miss Lily? There she is. Down. Down. What are you doing, you goofy dog? Anyhow, there's Miss Lily. Oh, man. Well, that first beer made me dry. I don't mean content quality, I mean video quality. Yes, I understand that, Martin. I understood that. I would like to shout out to Justin Bieber. Okay. I'm getting ice cold Coke. Ice cold refrigerator is excellent. Yes, it is. Look at the frost, guys. Look at the frost. Ice cold beer. Beer here. Ice cold beer here. I feel like I'm at a ball game. Oh, man. Frank, the refrigerator works. Plugged it in, charged up the generator, ran the generator for a bit. The refrigerator works perfectly. Now I'm just waiting for that ice maker to get here so I can make myself a margarita. I don't have a YouTube channel, but I'd like to put in a plug for free range sailing. There you go. 20 Pascal in Australia, excellent channel. Yes, they are. Yeah, that's true, guys. If you don't have a channel, you want to give a shout out to some other channel that you think people should go look at, please by all means do that. I wish I had a big boat and YouTube channel. I would have all the chicks. Yeah, well, Steve, I have a little crappy boat and a YouTube channel. And I actually have some chicks contacting me, so go figure. Best doggone dog on a sailboat. Yes, she is. Miss Lily rocks. Does it run on propane 110 or both? The refrigerator works only on 110. So I have to run my generator to run the refrigeration. Shout out, please, please. Jacqueline Keefe. Is that what you wanted me to do? Say your name? The cabin looks less cluttered. Yes, I made good progress today trying to get some stuff organized. Little by little, we're getting it cleaned up. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing, dear? Did you get your car to the mechanic? I couldn't talk much earlier today because I was right in the midst of things, but I was worried about you. I would like to shout out to Jacqueline Kiefer, who is the #1 Justin Bieber fan. When you're underway, how will Miss Lily use the restroom? Just curious. She has a pee mat that goes up on the bow, and she'll go up on the bow and use that. Gordy and the Witch, the old sea dog, my favorite. There you go. Yeah, like both of them. Cheshire's getting some love. Monday will be here soon enough. Until then, you have to rely on store ice or just a refrigerator. Yeah, just a refrigerator, man. Ice cold beer, I love it. Them fridges have thick insulation. Thick enough, but I guess I'm going to learn more about it. My other 2 cows that I've owned before did not have refrigeration. This is the first cow I've had with refrigeration. It's at the mechanic, not fixed though. Okay. All right. I just started watching Sailing Embla. He He has a good humor. He has, okay, Paul. Huh. Sailing Embia. Embia? I'm not familiar with that one. That must be a new channel. Not one I know. So yeah, today I worked on getting the refrigeration going. It works perfectly. What are the odds of that? I mean, you know, the engine, I had to install 2 batteries, put some oil in it, and the engine fired right up and worked perfectly. The refrigerator, you know, I got the power going. All I do is just turn the dial on there, turn it to cold. It kicked on. It's been 4 years on the hard. It didn't need any Freon. It's just, I mean, it's just chill as could be inside there right now. I mean, look at that. Frost on the beer. And it's not that hot out here right now. It's like 68 degrees here, and I still have frost on my beer. So I'm amazed at how things are just like clicking. So someone said earlier that they said that, how'd they put it? Like, you know, the gods thought I needed a break or something like that. Well, I can tell you guys, for 2015 through 2017, you know, the gods obviously didn't think I needed a break at all, because I'll tell you right now, those 2 years absolutely sucked for me. 2015 through 2017 were absolutely miserable years for me. And so maybe now it's finally turned around and gotten good. I don't know. Maybe I'm due. I think I'm due. So maybe the good Lord thinks I'm due too. So never got notified. Sorry about that. What are you going on about? I have no idea. What are you going on about? What? I don't know, Jacqueline. Do you have a date for stepping the mast? No, Johnny, we talked about doing it today, but it was way too windy. I mean, we had big winds, 30, 40, 50 mile an hour winds here today. So it was too windy today, so I don't know. Your dues are paid. Well, maybe so, Gary. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe it's time for me to start collecting a little bit. Sometimes there's no place to look but up. Yeah, isn't that the truth, Critter Window? Isn't that the truth? When I was up in Alaska and depressed and stuff, there was no way to go but up from there. I was about as low as I could have possibly have gotten. Although I will say financially, this is about as low as I've ever been. But yet I'm still really optimistic about my future and where things are going. So go figure. Jacqueline Keefe, guess how old I am? 6. I think you're 6. No, you wouldn't even be typing if you were 6. The hardest times create who you become. That's right, Smoking. That's absolutely right. You got to have those adversities in order to develop character. And my God, I got a lot of character, so I must have had a lot of diversity in my life. Isn't that the truth? Wow. Huh. Yeah, you know, you always hear that sort of cliche thing and you let it kind of go. But, you know, now in retrospect, I guess I could kind of see it. So, no, you're 8. There you go, Jacqueline. You're 8. How cool is that? Patreon user, you. Is that me? Is that the link to my Patreon? Never seen it done that way before. No, I'm 8. Okay, you're 8. I understand. Hit the like button. Yeah, guys, give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. Check out my Patreon page. Rhonda just put a link in there for it. Check out my PayPal. If you want to make contributions, that's a great way to do it. Or simply jump in and hit the super chat here on the channel. Any and all the above all work just fine. So, Yasina, how are you? Jacqueline, you're not cool. Why is it not cool that you're 8? I don't get it. Okay. Huh. Only 31 thumbs up. Yeah, I'm probably got 20 thumbs down, too. Been getting a lot of thumbs down. There's a couple clowns out there that I've had to ban from my channel. That doesn't stop them from being able to give me a thumbs down. So, 3 thumbs down. Well, that's not too bad. I'm doing pretty good then. So, Grandpa's the man. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that yet, but we'll see. We will see with all in good time. So, okay, whatever. Okay. All right. So, yeah, Johnny Hag, to answer your question, I do not know when we're going to step the mast. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow. Although, I guess we've got some folks said they're going to come up and visit me tomorrow. I'm blocking here. I remember her name off the top of my head. But some folks said they're going to come up and visit me tomorrow. So, I don't know where we're going to be with all that. But hopefully we'll have that going on maybe tomorrow. For a view of how some poor souls are Roughing It. Check out SV Happy Together's channel, latest videos. All right, cool. What did you have for dinner? Armco 84. Interesting that you should ask. I was wondering if somebody was going to say something, but I had a really odd dinner this evening. Hello, Carol. Dr. Phil. Okay. You get any more presents? Well, yes. So cool. Can't wait to sail with Grandpa. I'm looking forward to it, Matt. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it's funny you should ask what I had for dinner. Why would you ask that, Armco 84? The reason why I'm a little coy with this, okay, guys, I'm sitting here on the boat, and all of a sudden I get on the side of the boat. So, you know, I play groundhog, and I pop my head up through the hole here, and there's a young lady standing here next to my boat with a bag. She hands it to me. She goes, "Here, this was a gift." Well, she said, "Are you Carl?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." She goes, "Well, here, this is a gift." And she hands me the bag and she walks away. So I bring it down here onto the boat. Somebody had called up and ordered Chinese food for me. I didn't order it. I don't know who ordered it. She said it was a gift for Carl. And I had, you know, the General Chow's chicken, which is what I normally order anyway, an egg roll, and some crab rangoons. So somebody knew exactly what I order when I order Chinese food. So it had to be somebody that knows me fairly well. So I had Chinese food for dinner. I don't know. The good news about having the Chinese food is now I have a fork. So now I have a fork and a spoon, and I have a fillet knife. So I can now eat. Up to this point, I've only had a fillet knife and a spoon. Today, I now have a fork thanks to the Chinese food. So, yeah, it was sort of weird. So I don't know where that came from, but there it is. Martin, that poor couple has a rough life, don't they? I'll have to check that out. I had pizza for dinner. There you go, Matt. Nice. What time is it where you live? I have no idea. What time is it, guys? It is 7:19. It's 7:19 here in Sandusky, Ohio. Grandpa's going to eat lots of crabs. Yeah, that's for sure, Matt. Absolutely. One of Happy Together's options cost $32,000. Oh my gosh. Johanna. You know, I thought of that, Dave G. I didn't ask her. That's something that she might have done. So, well, that's cool. What time is it there? I just said, what the hell? You didn't own a fork. I do have a fork. They're stored away somewhere here on the boat, and I haven't been able to get to them to unpack them yet. So I've been dealing with just a spoon till I can get to my area to unpack it. So, did you get the safety netting up around the deck yet? No, we haven't put. I'm not going to put the safety netting up or the lifelines until we get the rigging up first. So, me greetings, okay. Where are the videos of water pump fix? They're coming. They are coming. Last night's live show was great. I couldn't believe how generous your viewers were. Your followers are awesome. Yes, Frank, absolutely. Absolutely. Could not agree more. Very generous. A lot of folks jumping in, hitting the super chat. A lot of people jumping in, hitting Patreon or hitting the PayPal thing. It was absolutely awesome. And, you know, the benefit of that is I was able to get a little bit of a payment over to one of the guys that I owe money to, who's been, you know, kind of adamant about getting refunded quickly. And I was able to order new blades for my drone because I kind of wrecked the blades on my drone, so I had to get new propellers for it. And so I spent $9 today and ordered new propellers for that. So full set of cruiser silverware, plastic fork, knife, spoon, and fillet knife. There you go, man. Got everything I need. Got everything I need. Chopsticks work. They work very well. Hey, Carl, everything is coming together. I'm so excited. It really is coming together, Cocoa Puffs. Really is. Camping on a boat, heck yeah, sounds like heaven. Actually, you know, Steve, I'm getting past the borderline of camping and starting to get more into the living. I mean, now that I actually have a working refrigerator, I can honestly say that I've surpassed the camping aspect of it and are getting now into more living, especially since I'm making really good progress making room. I'm gaining square footage in the boat every day against all my stuff. I made 3 or 4 trips out to the dumpster today, purging stuff. And then my son on Sunday, when he comes to visit, he's going to be hauling away a lot of stuff ever. So soon, so that'd be cool. So, best channel ever, sailing's awesome. Well, thank you, Matt. Lots of e-begging going on. Well, Kerry, that's life in the fast lane. Sorry if that offends you. Poor drone. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of made a mistake with that. So, I was actually flying the drone down in Lancaster, and I went to go over the top of the garage, and I zigged when I should have zagged, and I ran it into the house. And so I busted up 3 of the blades on my drone. So I had to get new blades. Everything else on the drone worked fine. I just had to get 3 blades for it. So $9. They should be here by like Tuesday or something. So that'll be fine. So I'll have some replacement blades. But yes, Frank, to answer your question, people were just awesome. So, but you know, and they were not awesome, and that's great. You know, I mean, that's just really cool. There's no other way about it. And I think that some people may object to my way of doing videos and stuff, these now, and of course they'll see I'm going to be having more content otherwise later. But you know, I think that's the benefit of building the community that we're building. You know, by doing these interactive live streams all the time where I get to sit here, chit chat, and answer your questions. You know, we're building a community. I think some of you guys have as much fun talking amongst yourselves as you do with me. And to me, that's what this is all about. Me and Grandpa should grab a beer sometime. Absolutely, Matt. I'd love to. Did you get video of that crash? Yeah, I did. Can you do a demo of the generator? You know, Wrecking Ball, right at the very beginning of this live stream, I kind of showed the remote control for the generator, but I was thinking about doing that. I may do that tomorrow. Tomorrow I may do an overall video about my little generator because I'm really thrilled with it. And, you know, having the generator on board really changes a lot of things. In fact, today someone sent me a link for air conditioning for the boat. They have the forward hatch. They have these air conditioning units that I can just open the hatch and it just sits in the hole. It doesn't bolt onto the boat or anything. It literally just fits inside the hole where the hatch opens up. And I can plug that into my little generator. My little generator will power that. So you know, if I get down to the Caribbean, I could actually air condition my boat just running my little generator. And when I ran my generator, you know, it's got a graph as to, you know, the load on it. And, you know, let's say the load has 10 lines. Running everything, you know, charging everything in the boat that I had all at one time, plus running the refrigeration was only using 2 of the 10 bars. That leaves, I have 9 bars left over. So from what I understand is I probably could run the air conditioning and the refrigeration simultaneously while charging everything on the boat with my little portable generator for $600. So I'm really pleased with it. And so yes, I think I will do a demo of that and show everybody how it works. Cessna blades are a lot more expensive. Yes, they are. I love the way you do videos. I love being able to interact. Well, thanks, Dave. I think that's critical. Hey, No Plastics, how you doing? This video needs ladies. Yes, it does. Use a different camera for the generator videos. This one is not very clear. Yeah, I'll go back to using my iPhone. I'm really surprised because I thought the iPad would do a better job. But, you know, I'm just going to take a tissue here and see if I can't dust it and see if that helps. Thunder, lightning. I don't know if that made any difference for anybody. But I just tried cleaning it a little bit. Is that any clearer? It doesn't look any different on my end, so I don't know how it affected your end. But would cost more motor to Buffalo or step the mast twice? It would probably be cheaper for me not to step the mast here and then unstep it when I get over to Buffalo. But I was doing that just as a matter of having some insurance. For one thing, I'd like to leave here knowing that all the rig is here and in place. And 2, just to have insurance in case I have problems with this untested motor, untested to me, you know, to make sure that I can motor all the way across. It's probably going to cost me, if I motor straight across, I'm probably looking at about $60 to $70 to motor straight across. Whereas the guy's stepping my mast here for only $50, although I think he's going to do that for free since I gave him the cradle. But then when I get over to Buffalo, they're charging me, I think, $250 to unstep the mast. And then when I get to Albany, I have to step it back up again. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What's the gen's horsepower? The generator, I don't think it has a horsepower rating. It's rated at 2,000 watt constant, 2,300 watt peak. After you start computer, okay, nope, different. We're not doing the gen right now, chill. Okay, it's fine. Lake Erie is a good testing ground for the mast. Exactly, Palm Limit. Yep, exactly. So, and these guys around here are just super helpful. This way I know when I leave here, my mast will be rigged properly and everything will be in its place. So when we take it down, when we get to Buffalo, it'll be fairly easy for me to be able to take it down and inventory everything and make sure I have everything where I need to be. And then that'll give me some time to do more work to the mast while I'm in the canal system. So all of a sudden, Miss Lily wants some attention. She's putting her butt over here so I can scratch her butt for her. She likes when I scratch right at the base of her tail. She'll just sit there for an hour and let me scratch the base of her tail. What are you doing? No, down, down. You're getting in the wires. Get down. Go lay down. Now you're being a butt again, huh? Oh, well. She was just outside running around for a little bit. I think she wants to go outside again. She wants to play. I'm not letting her play right now, so. Grandpa, are you going to sail by yourself? Who's going to pay for that? Well, that's sort of an odd question. Who's going to pay for that? Not sure we're getting at, Matt, but yes, I plan on sailing myself down to New York City. What's the plan for the broken stay cable? The broken stay cable, we weave the wire back into the cable. The general consensus amongst the sailing community up here is it's not an issue. It's only on the it's only on one of the baby stays, so it's not really going to be a problem. So we're just going to go with it and leave it alone. Nobody here thought it was going to be a problem using it just the way it is. So, and they understand that I'm taking it offshore and heading down to Florida. But the general consensus is it should be just fine. So sail around before you leave. Yeah, I'm going to sail around, try everything out before I leave. I might go out and buy the Ryobi generator you got. Needed a new one. And the reviews for it are outstanding. Yes, Sorrenti, they are very outstanding. I'm going to do a video. I was just talking about that. I think I'm going to do a video tomorrow on the generator. So I'll try to give you more information about it and how it works and stuff. But I'm thrilled with it. I'm just absolutely thrilled with it. I really like the way it runs. So what's the procedure for taking down the mast? Do you get help with that, or do you do that by yourself? Oh, no. They have to use a crane to take the mast, to put the mast up and take the mast down. My mast is 36 feet tall. Not something that I can just, raise myself like you can on the little sailboats. They're going to use a big crane, and we have to disconnect all the rigging and lift it up. And then when we put it on, we have to set it down, and then we have to tie down all the rigging and stuff to hold it in place. It is very much a full day's worth of stuff. So you can sail all the way from the Great Lakes to New York City. Well, no, not necessarily. I can sail from here to Buffalo, New York, where I enter the Erie Canal. I have to take the mast down on the Erie Canal because of the low bridges. So I can sail across Lake Erie, and then I will motor across the Erie Canal over to the Hudson River. When I get to the Hudson River over by Albany, New York, then I can put the mast back up, and I could sail down the Hudson River. So, although from here, from Lake Erie to New York City is all downstream. The water from Lake Erie flows down and across the Erie Canal. That enters the Hudson River and flows down to New York City. Same water. So it's all a downhill, down current run. 36 is a huge mast. Yeah, 36 is a big mast considering I only have a 29-foot boat. You could call that a procedure. There you go. You should get sea tow insurance just for towing and fuel drops. It's just $179 a year. Arthur, that would be a great idea. Right now, I just don't have the budget for that. $179 would be a huge impact in my budget right now. But maybe as things develop, as my channel grows, what have you, we could more readily afford that. Okay. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm enjoying having a cold beer this evening. What a difference it makes having a cold beer. After a few days of having to drink one beer a day warm. And so you notice tonight I've had 2. That's my limit. I'm going to end it after this one. Insurance is a waste of money. Just buy more beer. There you go. Sure. So anyhow, kids, that's pretty much what's been going on up here. We got the refrigeration working, and I gained a lot of real estate here on the boat, sorting and organizing, getting things put away. I got another locker cleaned out and stowed. I got the lockers up behind the galley countertop. Got all those cleaned out and organized, and now got stuff in them. So made pretty good progress today. Made some more progress on the website or on the YouTube channel, organizing some of the stuff on there. Did a little editing today as well. Not as much as I would have liked. Did a little editing today as well. So for the most part, I tried to just stay inside and stay warm because it was blowing a hoolie out there today. So looks good on the boat, like a real sailor. Okay. Huh. Okay, dog, what are you doing? Go away. Go away. She got a little squeaky toy here. She wants me to play with her squeaky toy. How are you connecting generator to shore power? Wrecking Ball, glad you should ask. One of my viewers sent me a 30 amp adapter where my shore power connects to the boat. Okay, that's enough with the squeaky ball. When the shore power connects to the boat, he bought me this adapter that plugs into the shore power, and on the other side, it's just a 3-prong plug like an extension cord has. So then I used an extension cord from there and ran the line over to the 20 amp outlet on my generator. So that's how that hooks up. So now the 20 amp generator is just like being connected to shore power, only it's 20 amps instead of 30 amps. But it worked just beautifully. Generator to shore power. Okay. Yep, Miss Lily is awake. I missed it. Is the mast keel or deck stepped? It is keel. The mast goes, well, no, I'm sorry. The mast is deck stepped. The mast just goes up onto the deck. These cows have, you can see it right here. The wood thing right there, that's the compression post that goes down through the boat. So the mast just sits up on top of the deck and sits on top of that compression post. Let's see. She wants to play. Yes, she does. Well, she's got to settle down. Having cold beer, 2 wind kicking up in New York. Yeah, it was blowing pretty good here. You're looking happy. Have a great week. Oh, Steve, I'm feeling happy, man. Did you get your alternator to charge the batteries? Arthur, I did not get the alternator now. Not yet. I have to do some research on it. I do believe that when I was working on hooking up the battery, I inadvertently tapped the wrong thing with it, and I got a spark, and that fried the voltage regulator in the alternator. So my bad, my mistake. So I'm going to have to get a new one. I'm looking at them. It's a Motorola. It's a Motorola alternator. So I'm trying to get the exact replacement for one. I think I'm going to pull this one out and take it over to an auto parts store that's not too far from here and see if they can't match it up with a good alternator. So that's time to tell you, put the beer in the water. Waukesha, I don't need to put the beer in the water anymore, man. I have ice cold beer. I have a refrigerator now. My refrigerator works perfectly. I no longer have to worry about putting it in the lake to get it cold. That was perfectly good cold Heineken right there. So, palm lemon, you've never been on a boat. Hey, Waukesha can tell me what to do anytime he wants to. He's a good friend of mine. He looks like Dan Hammond. Okay. Just got in. Did you step the mast? No, Dave. Hey, Dave, how you doing? No, we did not step the mast, Dave. It was way too windy. It was blowing a hoolie here, so we did not. But, Dave, I wanted to thank you for the fact that I just finished an ice-cold beer I had an ice cold beer because of the adapter you got me, so I could plug the generator into the shore power connection. Powered up the boat. Refrigerator worked perfectly. Works absolutely perfectly. So I am now in a perfectly good working boat. That was the last boat system that, aside from putting the mast up, that was the last boat system I had to get organized and get working, and it works beautifully. So thank you for that, Dave Marshall. I sign again. Hey, Star, alternator shop should rebuild it for around $75. Yeah, cool. I could do that, but I found that the local auto parts store here has rebuilt alternators for like 60. So it's still a bit slurry, so yeah. Yep, apparently the camera, the iPad that I'm using for doing this brings it up blurry. So this is the first time I've tried using the iPad. Sorry about that, guys. We will try to do better in the future. Make sure your house switch is in the off position. When connecting the batteries, it will take out the diodes if not. And Arthur, that's exactly what I did not do. And that's why I did take out the diodes. So I did not have it in the off position. It was in the battery 1 position when I cooked up the battery. And so that blew it. So I like drinking whiskey over here. Okay. Keeps kicking me out. Huh. Not sure what's going on, Rhonda. Can you provide part number for Power Shore adapter? No, I can't. I can't. I didn't buy it, so no, I don't know the part number for it. Sorry. It's just it's a all one molded piece. It plugs into a 30 amp shore power connection, and then you can plug a 110 cord into it. But I don't know what part number that is. Sorry. Hello, Brittany. How you doing? John Harris says hi too. Brittany, are you guys coming tomorrow? You guys were the ones saying that you're going to stop over tomorrow. Are you going to be coming tomorrow? And if so, what time will you be getting here? There's a good chance I'll be stepping the mast. So I wanted to make sure that we've got that coordinated. Can you show us a picture? No, unfortunately not at the moment. Tomorrow, I'll tell you what, tomorrow I'm going to do a review of the generator. When I do the review of the generator, I will show you the adapter tomorrow. I did show it during my video yesterday, so if you go back and watch my live stream from last night, you'll see it there as well. Oh, hey Douglas, how you doing? Need info. Brittany, what info do you need? I'm at Deepwater Marina in Sandusky, Ohio. Deepwater Marina, Sandusky, Ohio. If you just plug that into your GPS, it'll show you where I'm at. But if not, email me. If you click on the About on my YouTube channel, click on the About thing. It'll show you my email address. Go ahead and email me, and I can get that information to you so we can coordinate that. Hey, Jared, how you doing? Cedar Point. Yeah, I'm not too far from Cedar Point. Never even seen the ocean. Well, then you've missed a lot of water. Whatever time is good for you, okay? I'll email with my dad. Thank you. Okay, yeah, Brittany, do that. Guys, look, we're already 68 minutes into this. I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug on this. It's getting late, and apparently Miss Lily needs to go out. So you don't need to buy a new alternator. Just take it apart and remove the diode unit and go to AutoZone and match it up with a new one. All right, Arthur, I'll take a look at that. I've not done that before, but I'll take a look at that. Location is in this description. Just scroll down. There you go. There you go. 803 West Shoreline Drive, Sandusky, Ohio. There's where I am right now. Hugs all. Take care. Watch video. You couldn't find adapter. Elf on a shelf. I'll make it real simple and use PayPal. There you go. Marinko EEL style 15 amp male to 30 amp female adapter model number. There you go, Kula. Thank you. Thanks for the show, Grandpa. Thanks again. You just fried the diodes most likely on your alternator. Yep, that's what I guess I did. Okay, I'm going to fix that. All right, guys. Well, look, we're going to go ahead and end this today. You guys that were going to come over tomorrow, message me so we can coordinate that. In the meantime, you guys all take really good care of one another. I'm sorry about the blurriness this evening. I tried using my iPad instead of my iPhone, so I'll go back to using the iPhone then. So anyhow, guys, you take care of one another and be good to one another, and we will catch you all later. Night all.